And we are just underway here in Clifton Park, New York. Apologies for the delay, working through some technical issues. No Jordan Siegel here as well. Obvious shot from the point. And it is saved by the Dynamo. Colin feeding right in front, tried to hit Nolan. As so far, early puck possession for Westchester. Finally cleared by Chanel. Chanel with a move going towards the net. And that clear is picked off by Avi. He'll send it up to Nolan and go off for a breather. Here's Nolan with Colin with him. Knocked off the puck momentarily. 15:45 to go, first period. Scoreless early here in upstate New York. So lots of action today as Westchester plays their second regular season game in the THF. Nolan a shot. That one is steered away. Goaltender for the Dynamo in this game, it appears to be Lou. So most importantly, the Buffalo Bills with an early 7-0 lead against the New Orleans Saints. We will keep tabs on that game over the course of today. And secondly, we will see how many times during this game we would have had a better call on something from Jordan Siegel rather than me, as Will Devendorf with the shot saved by Lou. Face off to Lou's right, and Westchester will club it in. That's Jackson on the far side doing battle there. Mikko, but the puck is cleared by the Dynamo. Tim Halowitz in net for Westchester. Puck goes into the crease, not actually a shot, steered away. Battling is Jack Piers in the corner on the near side boards. Will able to clear it, and Jackson is there. I realize that we have some duplicative first names, so I may not do the first name thing, so you guys don't get mixed up between Murphy and Wirtz as examples. Wirtz able to get the pass right on the tape to Torts, and Westchester will make a change. A little bit of a tie-up there as AJ was engaged. And they're going to blow the play dead and send, actually no call. Actually, that is what I thought. AJ did not know, but he is called. He's going to get the gate 2 minutes for what I think was a hook. And so Westchester will have to go on the penalty kill for the first time in this one. 14:03 to go in the first. Here's Lou. There's a shot. And Timmy saw that one all the way and makes the save. Nolan out with Finn Draddy, Brett Mason, and Andy Paul on D for this penalty kill. Blakesley and Draddy on the faceoff. And Finn wins it cleanly. Andy will chop it up the boards. Two Westchester players there, but the Dynamo come out with it. I think we're going to go with the English pronunciation of Dynamo as opposed to the Russian Dinamo for this game against the New York Dynamo, formerly known as CP Dynamo. I'm not sure when that changed, but the New York Dynamo it is. Dynamo with the puck, giving chase. Andy will try to chop it away behind the goal line, and Brett Mason able to clear it. Nolan on the forecheck as Lou gets away from him. And the Dynamo will look to set it up. 65 seconds to go on the power play. Still early in the first. Here's O'Connor crossing the blue line. And they're going to call, lots of bodies went flying. I think they might get Avi on a trip as Rochette is going to play back And if I were the Dynamo, I'd let Westchester touch, and they do. So players went flying, and they're going to call Avi for a trip. And so it's a 5-on-3 here early with 41 seconds to go in the initial penalty to AJ. So not the start Westchester was looking for at all. Face off to Timmy's left, and the Dynamo win it. So Westchester not able to get a quick clear. Here's Bezio as the Dynamo will look to set it up. Top of the zone, over the left face-off circle, cross ice, Rochette. Bezio up top, TZ on him. Looks like McNeil gets away from traffic, fires it wide. Rochette will keep it. 15 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. There's a one-timer, Timmy the save. First one there is Will. Feeds it as Tran will try to get it, but Bezio will keep it in. They send it over far side. AJ steps out. Rochette, a shot, tip, goes just wide. Will had a chance to clear, instead holds on to it. We are back to 5-on-4. Pair of 91s going to the boards together. Ragos and O'Neill, and Ragos wins the battle and clears. Actually, that was Chanel, not O'Neill. So coming back the other way, the Dynamo will fire it in. They'll look to make some changes. And it does make one wonder why Chanel didn't take number 5 as opposed to 91. There's a steal by Finn. Here's Dratty. There's a shot. Save made up high on a riser by Lou, and he'll hang on. So apart from that tip, arguably the best opportunity so far on this power play going to Westchester on the rising shot by Finn Dratty. 34 seconds to go in Avi's penalty, 11:18 to play in the first. Dynamo has owned the faceoff circle so far. They win another one. And here's O'Connor. He'll chip it in as Miko shouldered him to the boards. Dynamo with puck possession. They throw it in front. Here's Lou. Got the handle on it and is chipped out by Declan McGrath, one of the 3 Irish tenors on this Westchester Express team. So a good hustle play there by McGrath. And Avi comes out of the box. The Avs, old habits. Westchester kills off the 5-on-3 successfully. 10.5 to go in the first period, still scoreless. Room to skate is O'Connor. Here comes O'Connor. Andy Paul knocks it away from him. Battle on the near side boards. 4 players are there. And Miko had chipped at it, and now he gets the loose puck. Up the boards to Declan, fires it out to center. Lou will chase it down. A couple of Lou's on this team. Lou, the defenseman, sends it to center. Colin tried to knock it away, but here's O'Connor. Able to steal it is Finn to Nolan. Nolan over the blue line. He goes for a spill. Finn with a chance. Tried to dump it in deep as Wirtz and Will Devendorf are out on defense for Westchester. Here's Finn at the circle. Shot, save made. Lou. Colin with a pass to Nolan. Tried to find a cutting Finn. Broken up by a stick. Finn throws it in front. Went off a leg. Here's Jackson Wirtz. There's a shot through traffic. Goes just wide. Nolan might have gotten a piece of that one. Colin in behind the net. So Westchester applying the pressure. Colin in behind. Nolan takes a hit. Colin running into traffic. He's taken down. At clear is broken up. Here's Finn right in front. Another save by Lou. So lots of pressure by Westchester, but Lou keeps the game scoreless with exactly 9 minutes left to play here in the first. Off the draw, near side boards, Dynamo able to pick it up. Avi trying to keep it in at the blue line. It does not appear to have crossed the line, so now I think it has. But Westchester has cleared the zone. They're going to fire right back in. A bouncer fielded by Lou, and he's going to cover it up as Torts goes for a skate in the crease. Avi with a quick shot. Lou the save. There's a rebound hanging right there. And another save made by Lou. So a rare face-off win that time for Westchester, leading to an opportunity as the Express crash the net. And almost pounce on that one. 8:32 to go. There's another shot through traffic, and Lou stopping Avi's point shot. Tortorella skated through Lou's sightline, and that one almost had eyes. There's another face-off win. So Jack Piers with 3 face-off wins in a row, powered by his consumption of Pepsi products before the game. And that's showing to have some effect here early in this one on face-offs. So Westchester, having killed off that 5-on-3, here's Piers, a shot, goes over top of the net, has controlled puck possession ever since. And now it is cleared down the ice. Race for it, Avi and Chanel battling for it. Avi with body position, trying to get away from Chanel, able to get it to Tran, and out of the zone. Jack will dump it all the way down the ice. Lou to cover it up. Still scoreless here in Clifton Park, about 15 minutes north of the state capitol in Albany. And Westchester will keep it in the zone. Henry Tomaszewski, better known as TZ, with the puck to Jackson Murphy. In behind the net, joining him there is Henry Ramsey. As far as we know, not related to 1980 U.S. Olympian Mike Ramsey. And that puck goes off the stick of a Dynamo player and out of play. And Josh Allen throws his first interception of the season for the Bills. Appears it might have been what's known in Western New York as an arm punt. Puck is fired across the crease, and it is cleared by the Dynamo. Hudson McFarland back on defense, and he fired it in. Chasing after it in behind the net. Goes off Ramsey's stick. Circling is O'Connor. O'Connor with a nifty move to get away from an Express player. McNeil tries to clear. It goes off TZ and comes out. TZ dumps it right back in. 6.5 to go here in the first. 0-0. Ryan DeMeo out for what appears to potentially be his first shift. Fires it in. McGrath is there. McGrath battling with Murray, far side. Puck came loose for a moment, and it is cleared by the Dynamo, broken up by McFarland. And skating is Paul to Ryan DeMeo. Back to Paul. There's a shot. Save made by Lou. Arguably his best save of the game as Andy Paul activated and took the give and go from Ryan DeMeo and had a great chance. Will Devendorf with 2 Dynamo players watching him. Up to Paul. Off Miko. And playing it there as a Dynamo player appears to be Keith. That's going to go the length of the ice, and icing on the Dynamo. Nolan, Finn, Colin, Avi, and Jackson are out. Off the draw, Colin a shot, it hit a leg and bounces out. Finn gets it right back to Nolan. Here's Nolan, toe drag, shots! It looked like Lou made the save there as he got a piece of that low shot. Coming back the other way is O'Brien, throws it towards the net. Avi will get it, feeds it up to Colin. Hits Finn in stride. Here comes Finn with a move. He stood up there, went towards the net, but it's picked up by a Dynamo player sent to center. Avi is there, and he's going to fire it right back in. Touch up off sides, and Westchester able to get the puck. Colin to Nolan to Avi, a shot, save made. As Avi stepped in from the point, Nolan found him, and no shot counter here, but that has to be up to about 8 saves at least for Jackson Lou. Avi engages his man, and loose puck comes in behind the net. Jackson Wirtz is there, now leaves it for Avi. Quick pass on the zone exit. Nolan to Finn, who will flip it in. Wholesale set of changes being made here by Westchester. Good play by Tortorella, and that will force the puck on the net, covered up by Jackson Lou. Face-off to Lou's right. AJ, Piers, Tortorella, Mason, and Paul out for Westchester. Off the draw, there's a drive, and Lou another save. He has been sharp in this one. Westchester getting more point shots through and more traffic than they did certainly last weekend when they scored 1 goal in their last 3 games. So certainly it appears that shot volume and traffic are points of emphasis this week from Coach Mike Gillespie. Dynamo so far appear to be a deep and a good skating team. They may lack a little bit for size on the blue line, but this has been pretty good end-to-end action here so far. Mason to Paul, and AJ is able to get it out. He's going to chase after Barna. D to Bezio. Sam Bezio, who represented New York at Nationals camp, able to clear the zone. And AJ gets it right back. Has a player cutting to the net. Sorry, that's Tortorella had AJ cutting to the net. And the shot is covered up with no rebound by Lou. .325 to go in the first. Face off deep in the Dynamo zone. Here's Ramsey, tried to throw it on net, fired just wide. Rebound, Jackson Murphy took a hit but got a shot off. Didn't get as much on it as he might have liked as he just got drilled by the defenseman. There's a shot, tipped in front. Battling away is Ramsey. Puck is still loose, now goes behind the net. TZ to Murph. Jackson Murphy throws it in front. Goes off a stick. Ragos throws it towards the net. Didn't hit anyone. Dynamo looking to clear. They do get the clear. 2-on-2 the other way. Ramsey chops it and gets it out. There's a hit from TZ as Bezio engages. Bezio runs into a pair of Express who take him out. Coming back the other way, McFarland. McFarland with the puck to TZ. Knocked off the puck, and coming back the other way are the Dynamo. 2.5 to go. Good hit there by Declan. Declan now will give chase as the puck goes below the goal line in the Dynamo zone. Stepping up on the pinch is Jackson, able to free the puck. But the first player there is for the Dynamo. O'Connor able to clear. Works will play it up off DeMeo and deep in the Dynamo zone. Kept in by Works. There's a shot. And that shot dipped, stopped by Lou. Here's a potential 2-on-1, a breakaway. Chanel, and he's knocked off the puck on the back check by McGrath. So the first big play from an Irish tenor in this game as McGrath able to save the scoring opportunity. There's a clean zone exit, and here comes DeMeo with under 90 seconds. DeMeo, a shot broken up by Lou. Express making some changes, and this one goes all the way down the ice. It will be icing on the Dynamo. 74 seconds to play in the first. And the Nolan Finn Collin line out with Avi and Brett Mason. Off the draw, Avi steps up, throws it towards the net. It deflected, it went off Collin. Collin handles the puck behind him, it goes in deep. Dynamo player is there. Avi engaging on the boards, able to keep it in. Last minute of play here in the first, still scoreless. Keefe far side, Collin keeping it in. Now it is forced but not out by the Dynamo. Now the puck finally comes out. Here's Avi assessing options. Up off the boards, hits Nolan in stride. Nolan tried to find a cutting Finn, hit a leg. Nolan now has some time in the corner. Dynamo looking to cycle the puck. Avi's trying to keep it in. He did. Collin covering the point. Under 30 seconds to go. Again, Westchester stepping in to keep the puck in, but the Dynamo keeping him right now to the perimeter. Battling away, Avi stepping up, and now there's a potential odd man rush, but a big hit by Brett Mason, breaking that up by an unnamed player, number 45, who had an opportunity to chip it up to a teammate. And that will do it for the first period. So a pretty good hockey game. Scoreless at the end of one. Dynamo had a 5-on-3, unable to convert, but for that, 5-on-5 play mostly controlled by Westchester, and Jackson Lou, a major reason why this game is still scoreless. So the teams will switch sides. Westchester moving from their left to right, wearing their red uniforms. And the New York Dynamo in their home whites will be going from right to left here in the second period. 3 17-minute periods, and we're underway here in the second. Bezio sends it to his D partner. And the pass is chipped through center, goes behind the Westchester net. Battling there is Tryon Regos. And Regos comes away, partially fanned on the pass, but was able to get enough of it to get it out to center. And second chance, he gets it to Nolan. Nolan looking for some help. There's Nolan driving the net. Puck is loose. Avi is in there. And Westchester comes out with it. So Lou made at least one save on that one. Colin trying to feed it in front. Steered away by Lou. Cleared by the Dynamo, and it will get there for icing. So first 44 seconds of this second period. Best chances going to the Express. And Lou is sharp yet again. Bills up 14-7, but they seem to be stuck a little bit in the mud after the Saints are able to flip field position on them. And a collision on the far side, dangerous play. The official got hit below the knee as two players collided. So good to see the official is up. No harm, no foul, but here's an opportunity. O'Connor trying to feed his man, and Westchester clearing the zone. So that was a dangerous set of circumstances, and very thankful that everyone's okay, both players from each team and official. Good breakout there, and here comes AJ. AJ is staying on side is Torts. AJ pulls up with the feed, but a great defensive play on the back door by Barna, and he's going to skate it back the other way. Fine play by Barna, who might have saved a tap-in for Tortorella. And now the Dynamo will try to set some things up on the near side. Players battling. And they're right in that corner that I'm not able to see very clearly, but Westchester wins the battle and they're able to clear the zone. Long change here in the second period, and Westchester will try to make it cleanly, and they do. Here is Volsky. Volsky will pull up, throws it towards the net, and Timmy steers it away. Kept in by the Dynamo. Keith tried to feed Bezio, broken up, and here comes Jackson Murphy feeding Mason, or sorry, that's Ramsey. Those tucked in eights, always hard to pick up on. Unable to make the connection to Henry Ramsey. We have a couple Henrys on this team as well. So I think we're going to stick to last names for the most part. Here's Bezio. He's cutting in. There's a shot. Timmy the save. So Bezio looking to create offense. There's a drive to flex. Comes to the near side. Jackson Murphy will clear. Bezio will handle. Bezio with the pass goes off a stick, picked off by Mason, tried to feed a cutting DeMeo. So I failed to mention, appears no Julian Levinson for Westchester. So 6D in this one. Actually 7D. So 12 forward, 7D, given the new configurations that have been unveiled recently. And we get a whistle, so face-off to the left of Timmy Halowitz. 13:44 to go in the second. Still scoreless here in Clifton Park. Munger wins the draw. DeMeo will come out with it. Lou stood him up. Puck still inside the Dynamo line. DeMeo tries to get back on his skates. Got the puck in deep. Munger is in there along with McGrath. There's a big hit by DeMeo, but the Dynamo able to get the puck out. Unnamed 45 takes a hit. And we've got a Bills fan here, so good vibes coming our way as a Dynamo parent sporting a Bills t-shirt. Puck now in the Express zone. Players battling on the near side. Parmenter fires it wide. Now it's on the far side. Andy Paul picks it up in behind his net. Paul on the zone exit, picked off. There's a shot on the backhand. Timmy the save. So a dangerous opportunity off the express turnover. Here's Chanel to Lou. Back to Chanel. Goes off his stick. Lou will keep it in far point. Chipped in Mason's skates. Tried to clear it, but here's the best sustained pressure of the last several even strength minutes coming to the Dynamo. And they're going to call a penalty behind the play as the puck is cleared. Icing on Westchester, but Rochette is going to get the gate for the Dynamo. So an interesting sequence. The Dynamo had all the pressure, but the penalty will go to the Dynamo. And then, even though the puck was iced, because of the penalty, the faceoff will be deep in the Dynamo zone. So hopefully we sorted all that out with 12:12 to go here in the second. Nolan, pass to Devendorf. Colin, Devendorf out along with Dratty and TZ. Dratty up high to Colin. Back to Dratty, playing a two-man game. Colin up top, Devendorf, hard pass to Nolan. Back to Devendorf, feeds it. Colin on the wing, tries to cut to the middle, but he's on his backhand. Regroups, face-off circle. Colin, Devendorf up top. There's a shot, hit a skate. Colin a shot, hit another skate. So the Dynamo getting legs, skate, sticks, any body part in the passing and shooting lanes. 75 seconds to go in the power play. There's an attempted feed, another leg in the way. Here's Colin, again on his backhand. I'd like to see him maybe on his off wing. Nolan, cross ice, Colin, shot, Lou the save. Fantastic goaltending performance so far from Lou. Devendorf to keep it in. Devendorf knocked off the puck. Here's a potential break, but Timmy coming way out of his net and smartly clears it off the boards. TZ to chase after it. And now it's picked up and fired the length of the ice by the Dynamo, and Timmy's going to cover it up. 39 seconds to go. Good puck movement by Westchester. And at least one good scoring opportunity. Westchester will make a wholesale set of changes here with 39 seconds to go in the power play. And now Avi will look to slow things down and set things up. Feeds it to Piers. Piers lost an edge, crosses the red line, able to dump it in as he was falling. Bezio fanned on a clear. And now it is cleared by the Dynamo. Timmy will come out to play it. Jackson is there, up to Avi, gets it to Piers. We're back to 5-on-5. Piers feeds it to Avi. So now we're back to even strength. Avi tried to feed it in front, took a bad bounce, and a potential 2-on-2 the other way. 2-on-0, I should say. McNeil a shot and Timmy the save. So Westchester driving the zone and completely lost sight of the fact that the Dynamo had a player coming out of the box and another player behind all 5 Westchester skaters. And Timmy, with exactly 10 seconds left, 10 minutes left, I should say. I'm definitely rusty doing this broadcast thing. There's a quick shot, hit a body in front and goes wide. So Timmy keeps it scoreless with 10 minutes to go in the second. There's a clear kept in, save made. Delayed offsides on the Dynamo. And finally, actually, they're going to call a cross-check behind the play. So right off that face-off, Rochette gets called for his second penalty. It's a cross-check. And so Westchester is going to go right back on the man advantage. 9:44 to go in the second period, scoreless. Westchester needs to break out of this scoring funk. 1 goal in the last 10 and a half periods. Dynamo winning the face-off. Barna is able to clear. Avi at center to Jackson, back to Avi. Passes it up to Torts. Dynamo winning the race to that puck. There's a player going tumbling. That was Tortorella. No call. It is cleared. And Westchester looking a little bit out of sorts right now. And there's some good puck movement, and they're able to free up Jackson. Jackson Murphy over the line. Murphy, there's a shot, and Lou sees that one all the way and makes the save. So that zone entry, or I should say, it started with a zone exit that led to a zone entry, assisted by puck movement. Avi with the pass up to the winger. I didn't catch who that was, who just made a quick pivot and fired it to Murphy. Again, they've got to move the puck faster, given that the amount of time and space in midget minor hockey, just not what it used to be. Here's Colin. There's a shot, fired that one wide. Under a minute to go in the penalty to Rochette. Colin, up top, Devendorf, Nolan, Devendorf, shot, low drive, save made, Lou. TZ to Colin, up top, Devendorf, fanned on his pass to Nolan, and it is cleared by the Dynamo. Dynamo win the foot race to the puck. It's fed, though, behind the net. Westchester able to pick it up. Here's Avi. There's a nice pass up to Dratty, to Colin. Westchester with numbers, but Colin forced to regroup. Colin to Avi. Pass went through his legs, and they'll have to regroup at center. Here comes Nolan. Nolan trying to make a couple players miss. Kept in by Avi. Avi, there's a shot. Save. Rebound. Nolan, another save by Lou. Puck lying there in the crease, and it is cleared by Bezio, and we're back to 5-on-5. There's a long pass. Bezio will pick that one off. He runs into his own man, and now Munger will come away. 7.5 to go. Here's Munger. Feeds it. Colin, a shot. That one goes wide. Plenty of scoring opportunities for Westchester, but it is 0-0 thanks to the outstanding goaltending of Jackson Lou. Hudson McFarland hanging on to the puck, took a hit, fires it in. Lou now with it to Bezio. Watched by Munger. To Lou, steps around McGrath. Lou with some speed. Lou will fire it in. Mason to chase after it. Puck in the near side corner. And coming out with it is Mason in behind the net to Hudson. McFarland, pass a little too far for DeMeo. Rochette to chase after it. 6.5 to go in the second, still scoreless. Tortorella picks it off. Here's Tortorella, has AJ going to the net. Tortorella tried to feed it, but AJ was stood up nicely by the Dynamo defenseman, Rochette. Kept in at the point. Andy Paul, there's a shot deflects just wide. AJ got a piece of it and went just wide. One of these bound to go in if Westchester keeps getting traffic in front. Dynamo able to clear that one, icing waved off, and it wouldn't have made it anyway. Andy Paul to Regos. Pass right on the tape. Pierce, drop pass. Tortorella. There's a shot pad save, Lou. And this one is picked off, a potential 3-on-2 the other way. Here's O'Connor. He's got wheels. Drop pass broken up on a fine play there by Pierce. However, it's intercepted by the Dynamo. Barna stepping up to keep it in. On the near side, intercepted 2-on-1 the other way. Pierce has AJ going to the net. Here's AJ, but it was broken up. The pass didn't get to him. Bezio got a stick on it. Bezio's clear, broken up by Nolan. Here's Colin. He's got Devendorf on the wing. Colin instead decided to feed it to Nolan. Went off a skate. Nolan has Colin below the goal line. Colin trying to get out of the traffic. Nolan threw it towards the net, and the puck is cleared by the Dynamo. Devendorf to center. Nolan feeding Dratty. Dratty at the circle, looking for some help. Tried to feed it in front, but unable to connect. Again, I think the Express trying to be just a little too cute on some of these combination passes. Coming back is Colin through the legs of Bezio. There's a shot. Lou the save. And he will hold on to that one with exactly 4.5 to play in period number 2. Chanel with the puck at center. He was knocked off it. Here's Ramsey. There's a drive. That one goes just wide. Devendorf pinches to keep that one in. Below the goal line, Murphy. Pass off the boards. Devendorf shot tipped. Went off a skate and deflected, but Lou kept that one out. And this one is now cleared. A 2-on-2 the other way for the Dynamo. Wirtz does a good job keeping his man wide and work stick handles out of traffic. So a good defensive play there by Jackson Wirtz. Here comes TZ, takes a hit from Blakesley, and Blakesley knocked him off the puck. Chanel far side. Ramsey drills him into the boards. Under 3.5 to go in the second. Still scoreless here in Clifton Park. Coming back the other way with some room is Lou. Jumped into the air. Avi stood him up. And now Hudson will look to pass. Chasing after, and McGrath will try to get there before the icing, and he does. No icing. Declan McGrath with the puck. Looking for some help. Feeding it. They chip it. That was Hudson right on the net, and Lou will cover that one up. McGrath, DeMeo, Munger, along with Hudson and Avi. And I assume we're going to have an ice cut at the end of the second period. Here's Barna with the feed. Volsky as Avi pinched, and here comes Blakesley the other way. Lost the handle, but able to recover. Barna with a shot at Knuckles, and knocked down by Munger. Feeds it behind the net. DeMeo is there. Keeping it in off the pinch is Keith. Avi to chase it in the corner. Takes a hit. It's picked off. But Avi able to steal it, and he's going to fire it the length of the ice. They're going to call that icing on the Express. .2:11 to go here in the second. And the puck does get out. Here comes Tortorella with AJ and Pierce. There's a shot, save made, rebound right to AJ, but just unable to get his stick on the puck. It was bouncing a little bit, and the Dynamo defender made a good play as well. Puck comes right back in front. Here's Paul looking to regroup. Kept in by Mason, but Express continuing to live a little dangerously on the offensive blue line. Now coming back the other way was Paul, but it is cleared, and Piers took a hit. He's going to go to the bench, as that is icing on the Dynamo. under 90 seconds to play. And O'Connor was hooked. And they're going to call that one on the express. Ragos to get the penalty. So the Dynamo will go back on the power play. There's a shot. That one goes wide. O'Connor behind the net. Nolan knocked him off the puck, and picking it up and clearing it are the Express. 45 seconds to go in the period. And I assume an ice cut after this one. Volsky. Nice little move by O'Connor. He got around Nolan and then Finn. O'Connor still with it. O'Connor gets it to Lou, back to O'Connor. Stick handling away. Here's Lou. 15 seconds to go. They tried a little pass there to O'Connor cutting in, but it goes out back into the Dynamo zone. 5 seconds to go. That should do it for the period. Devendorf steps up on his man, and that will be it. So scoreless at the end of 2. And once we're back from the ice cut, there will be 40 seconds to play in the penalty to Ragos.
Done with the piano and the ukulele?
Yeah.
Oh, now
done for now.
How'd you pick the cello? Because it's the biggest instrument?
No.
How about tuba?
Some people do bass.
Oh.
We can't do tuba yet.
Okay.
That's next year.
It's
That's
only
band.
strings.
It's only orchestra.
Okay.
Viola, violin, bass, and cello.
Okay.
Cello.
Okay.
2 people did bass. How many did cello?
9.
9, and how many do the rest?
Like 3.
Yeah. So like half his class is doing it, which is amazing.
Okay.
But most of them are doing either violin or viola, because cello and bass, you have to drive the kids to school to come up on things.
Ah, right.
So I was
Tyler,
like,
smile. Your teeth are so straight.
I know, no braces.
Oh my gosh. How did you get such straight teeth? How many have come out? All the front ones?
7.
He's got a few left to go. And
Just like the big ones in the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some bottom ones he doesn't. You have a tooth under it.
You are so lucky.
Yeah. I don't have any.
You want braces?
Yeah.
Really? But then they tear up the inside of your mouth.
I don't want them.
Yeah,
You know, like you're crazy.
Yeah.
The dentist said maybe when he's older, but right now he doesn't need space to do anything.
Mouth looks amazing.
Let's not get into this argument.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that just started. So now I have to be dropping off and picking up every Thursday. My mom might help with Thursday. It's going to be great.
Okay.
And she's doing well. Yeah, they did good. They just came back from Glacier National Park.
Okay.
A little trip my dad planned to surprise my mom. She doesn't really like surprise trips. But she was happy to go on this one. They've been talking about my trip. They went on for like 5 days.
Okay.
And so now she's around, and we're going away this summer to Key West.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere for Thanksgiving, so I'm trying to figure out what to do for Thanksgiving. I'm like, I want to do something fun.
Right.
I don't know what we're going to do. We might go to like Basketball Hall of Fame.
Okay.
My sister's going to Hawaii.
Okay. With her whole family?
Yeah, all of our sister.
How are the kids doing? That's pretty well.
Sadie is loving life.
Okay, good.
Teresa said that she texted her the other day and said, Mom, I was just at the table for lunch with a whole bunch of people, and I realized they're all my friends, and now I'm went to Conference, she flunks out. She's like, I'm so glad to see you finally have lots of friends
for Saratoga.
Just couldn't deal. Yeah, she needs smart people.
Better figure it out.
She's doing good. Dorian is still with Sam, the girl. And Dorian's just floating along. Like, he's got like all A's. No, next year. Yeah. But like, he needs a little more motivation because all his friends this summer started doing internships. And he still worked at the restaurant and then broke his toe, so only worked like 3 weeks. So the whole summer and mostly took the summer off. He's like, you can't do that. You have to get organized. Get your internship or something, or you'll have a hard time finding a job. But for Sadie, she doesn't really want to stay in Lexington. She wants to do something more laborious. So they're trying to figure out how would we take her college. I think she's 3 hours away in Clarkson. They have to go right there, pick her up. I haven't really got to get well, Clarkson
She'll be there for the year.
yeah, well, she should be applying next year now. But Clarkson has a really good program to help the kids that came in their senior year because they actually don't want them. They want them to like be here and then go somewhere else and do well so they can make their program look like a good program. So
Where does she think she wants to go?
they're all like she wants to go first she was thinking psychology, but she was thinking journalism.
But like where?
She wants to go somewhere warm, but not
That's
somewhere
not
far
Clarkson.
away. But not somewhere far away.
Oh, well.
So they were thinking maybe Maryland, they were thinking Connecticut, like somewhere maybe on the coast. So I don't know. That's a little wild. And Ferris, like, Teresa got her started in field guide. She's trying to like seeing friends, just floating along. I don't know, her grades are okay. They work with her, you know, to make sure she doesn't get far behind. She's kind of a space cadet. But she's so like pretty old fashioned. Like she is like very particular about what she wears. She's like the perfect TikTok. You know, she's very whatever that baggy pants and clothes and her nails are always just right. She always has just the cutest little top and she always has just the right kind of makeup. She's very into all that. She's got lots of friends and boyfriends come and go. Yeah.
She's how old?
She's 12, I guess. She's 13, I can't remember.
Oh my god.
Wait, I did do the math. I think she's 12. She's 12. No,
She's 13.
no. You said last year she was 12, but she's not. I'm pretty sure she's 12.
Okay.
She's in the 6th grade, right? No, 7th. In 7th grade. And her birthday's in August. I think she's
All right. Okay.
yeah. Solid 12 going on 16. Solid.
Okay.
So Teresa and Russ had just the one kid, and Ferris is self-sufficient. I mean, she's just on her phone with her friends. She has birthday parties and sleepovers, and she's a very busy social life. So Teresa and Russ are just sort of her.
Let her go.
Okay. We're trying to reel her in with the devices. And they signed her up. She wasn't really doing anything that wasn't what she had. Teresa's trying to get her into something. She has to pick.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially since now they're home. They're like, we can drop you to whatever they want because we only get. Although she's working, so they're missing all her games.
So where's she working?
Worth a try.
That's the high school. The place here, that's their kid from that.
Yeah.
So they haven't started yet this year, so they haven't turned it on.
Got it. I assume with Black Bear, they're generally trying to.
Well, the Wi-Fi is not that great.
Just quit.
Yeah.
Find another job.
I
Stay
try.
with it. Or at least your kids are out of
put my
college.
hotspot up there,
Like, I want to be a
but that doesn't even work that great.
Yeah. Well, these buildings are
I
tough.
want to grow